Okay, welcome to another episode of the Joe Dunnrite Show. We're still at the property here in Illinois. There's been quite a lot going on. Actually, the most recent thing that's going on is the sewage system. We've been having some sewage problems. And so what's happening? So this is an old campground, old RV park, and there is a lot of RV hookups. And if you look around, there's places where the RVs used to hook up. And but what we've got is on the house. Comes down through, there's a clean out there. There's a marker here, and I don't really know what this is. Dug down, it's not a septic tank. We believe that the line comes through here, and it's somewhere out here is a septic system. But we know that the line terminates into this line here that comes down. There's a row, there's a 4-inch sewer line that comes down, and it drained into what used to be an RV dump. And that RV dump was actually seeping black water. No fecal matter or paper that we could see. But as you can see, we got a pretty good sized hole here. And what used to be is that this pipe right here would come out into this 18-inch pipe that was standing vertical. And then it would go down through a bottom, and there's a lid that goes with it, but go through the bottom, that one down there, and then go over to the sump pond. So Shane came over with the backhoe. We dug a little hole. We had some rain last night, but I got it all done. It's not perfect. I would have liked to have put a clean out there, but it was going to make that a little awkward. It was going to push that down a little farther. It was going to have to be a tighter turn, so I opted out not to do that. I want a nice sweeping turn. I can clean it out from up there, and then let's go down here. So this line runs parallel, and you can see the grass, how the green the grass is, because this was, the water was seeping along the edge of the pipe. And so what we had here was a bunch of these trees. They're called volunteers. You can see there's a white RV sewer, and there's a tree. And what happens is when they mow over the last 20 years, they don't weed whack around those, and these trees grow. So we yanked out 3 very large trees that had a lot of roots. And those roots had basically got in the old pipe, plugged it up. You can see the root system there. And so what I did is we cut out the bad pipe and put in a new section with clean out. So I can clean out going that way, I can clean out going that way, and then it goes over to the pond. And that's about, I would say that's 40 yards, 30 yards, maybe 100 feet. That can't be that far. And then back up here. So I can clean out both ways and up from the top. And there was a lot of sludge actually in that pipe up there. And I took, and you can see how plugged it was. I mean, look at that. It's just solid. So what I'm going to do now, so we'll fill this in today. We'll get these trees hauled off to the burn pile. Get the dirt back in. It'll look a little unsightly for a while. But it'll be fine. And we'll get this thing running. We're going to go down to the sump pond. I guess we could take a look real quick and show you what that is. It's basically a double pond. It's 2 ponds together in series. And in theory, the water runs down through that pipe and into the sump pond. And if you look back in there, if you can see there is water in the sump pond. Probably from that trailer over there that's a renter, but we've got these lines coming out, and that one's broken. But we need to figure that out, clean that out a little bit. It should run into this holding pen. It was put in by a grant, an Illinois state grant, so it's all certified. I came to the conclusion that there is a septic tank. I did some engineering work. I'm not going to go into details, but there is no septic. Or there is a septic, I'm sorry. And those aren't perfectly straight. I guess my OCD is ringing true, but pretty good. So anyway, it'll allow us to clean it out. I got caps for it. They're a little bit above. We might trim them down later, but for now they're going to be perfect. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. That's what happens when you're the farm manager. You get to crawl down in a mud hole with your new muckluck boots. So Shane's coming over later. We're going to fill this in carefully. I'm going to turn the flush water on and see if we can flush this pretty quick here and see if we can figure out what's going on. So looks good. Joints are pretty tight. That was kind of a little bit of a challenge, but I don't think there's going to be any issues. I've got to get my ladder out, I guess. So, okay, hope you're having a great day. Thanks again for joining the Joe Dunnrite Show. I know I need a shower. You think I look bad, I smell even worse. So anyway, we'll talk soon. See you later.